Welcome to another edition of SOM Arts, our summer edition, which we're always excited about because there's always a lot to do in Somerville in the summer. With me is Liza Kitchell from the Somerville Community Growing Center, better known as the Growing Center. How are you doing, Liza?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you for having us on your show.
Welcome, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, with the Growing Center, we've partnered, Somerville Media Center has partnered with you many times over the years.
That's true, and you're coming back this summer. I think Heather McCormack is bringing all of her wonderful students in August to show their films.
Excellent, yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Nice. Yeah.
Now, you're coming off of a season of being closed for renovations, and I'll let you talk about that, but you're having a grand reopening on the 22nd.
We are, right. We're very excited about this because the Growing Center, which if your viewers don't know, we're right in Union Square, just up Summer Street at the corner of Vinyl Avenue. And we're a city-owned urban oasis, kind of a little green space in the city. And we're managed completely by volunteers, so we're open only when we're having events or volunteers are there. But yes, we've been the recipient of 3 of the city's CPA grants. Those are the Community Preservation Act grants, which residents voted on a while back to give funds to renovating green spaces and historical spaces, so we're a green space. And the Growing Center is 25 years old this year, and it's had a lot of love and a lot of use. And so we've undergone a complete renovation, and it's absolutely gorgeous and it's wonderful. And so yes, we closed last fall, and Belco landscapers who did the work were able to work all winter because the weather was so great. And so we will be reopening on Saturday, June 22nd, 9:30 in the morning. Mayor Joe will be there to cut the ribbon. We'll have lots of music and festivities, and so we hope people will come and help us celebrate.
That's exciting. Can you give us a little preview maybe of like what the space might look like now? Because I know when you walked in, you had the tool shed, and then you had that little tiered area on the right.
Yeah.
And the pond in the back.
Yeah.
Has any of that changed dramatically?
Actually, it has changed quite dramatically. Wow. Yeah, right. The pond is no longer there. And what we've done is we've landscaped it, and we had numerous charrettes with people in the community. Anybody could come and give their ideas what they wanted the Growing Center to look like, because we actually consider it to be the Growing Center belongs to all the residents of Somerville, and it's basically their backyard, you know, somewhere they can just come and hang out outside. Yeah. So over 4 years, put together all of those ideas, and one thing we've done is we have landscaped it in order to manage the water that naturally runs down the slope. And so where the pond was is now going to be a rain garden, just filled with plants that can easily use all the water they're going to get there. At the very top, we will have a fruit orchard. There's a lovely little sitting space at the top. And then as we come down the various levels, we will have kind of like a meadow type feel to one of the gardens. Other ones will be herbs and various plants that you can make teas and things like that. So our urban medicinal tea garden. And then the sort of amphitheater seating is still there. The labyrinth really needed work. So the labyrinth came out piece by piece, and it's being stored. And we were having a redesign sort of competition, getting ideas for that, and that's being worked on. And so this summer it'll just be grass sod, and at the end of the summer we'll install a whole new labyrinth.
Wow.
We don't know what it'll look like yet, too.
Oh, really?
Kind of exciting. We have a whole team who's designing that. Exactly.
Well, that's great.
And a completely redesigned compost area. And we've had the wonderful work of the students at the high school in the carpentry shop and the metal shop. And they're designing all new storage all throughout the garden. They'll look like benches and things like that. And then the metal shop has designed railings and gorgeous fences for our bee area and also for the whole compost area. So, you know, people have to come and see really what they did.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's different. It's really different.
That sounds exciting.
It is.
And I was trying to picture it as you were talking about it,
Yeah.
but I'm just going to have to go on the 22nd like
Just
everybody
go and
else.
see. Right. Or someday after, we're open all summer long.
All right, excellent.
Yeah.
Now, what other events are you having after your opening?
Yeah, well, I think what makes us sort of unique at the Growing Center is that we have programming all summer long that's just created by people in the community. Yeah, and so we have a couple of series happening. One of them is a series of children's book authors who are going to come and read their books and share them, and then we'll have an activity with it. And that grew out of one of our volunteers, Jacob Kramer, who published his first children's book this year called Noodlefant. And so we thought, we started looking around for other children's book authors, and Somerville is just absolutely filled with really talented illustrators and writers. So those people will be James Weiberg, Aaron Cohen, Jeff.
Check-eye?
Yes, thank you. I did not know how to pronounce it. You saved me. Thank you. Jacob Kramer, Bharat Babies, who does books from the Indian subcontinent. Yeah. And possibly We the People, who's another outfit in Boston.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so that'll be throughout the summer?
Yeah, that'll be on Sunday afternoons.
Sunday afternoons. All right, we'll have to look out for that.
And we also have a summer music series too. There are free music concerts, usually on a Thursday evening, so people can stop by after work. It'll be open, you can picnic. And those will be a sing-along of songs from musicals. And we hand out the lyric sheets so everybody can just sing along to your favorite musical. Yiddish sing-along too.
Wow.
Gypsy jazz band, who's absolutely wonderful, kind of like Django Reinhardt type music. A samba duo, guitar and vocals. The Gloucester Hornpipe and Clog Society, they do sea chanties and Irish music. And then Shaboom, who's a women's percussion ensemble. So those are our 6 musical acts.
Sounds like a nice eclectic mix of
Very
music.
eclectic, yes, right. We like eclectic. We do have other things. We have a very healthy program of play groups for young children and families, so a lot of programming for families too. Our 2 main play groups, and everything is free, everything is accessible, everything is open to the public. Play groups Tuesday afternoon, 3:30 to 5:30, and Friday morning, 9:30 to 12. Just show up, hang out, bring your kids. Wonderful, nice time to hang out outside. And then we're also starting a new collaboration with Head Start here.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and they'll have their own separate play groups Friday afternoon. And it's kind of interesting. What we will be emphasizing with them is something called healthy, risky play. So it's getting kids outside, and it's kind of like, I guess, what we used to do as kids, climb trees, climb walls, run around, get dirty, play in water,
Yep.
So we just our mission is basically just to offer green space, a nice little sanctuary within the city, and time just to be outside too.
It's the time of year for it. It really is.
Definitely is. We also have a couple of health and wellness activities offered too. We have family yoga, regular yoga, we have qigong. We have a couple of really interesting dance offerings too. Ecstatic dance, maybe a little bit of Sufi dancing, I'm not exactly sure what it is.
Yeah.
And then something called 5 rhythms too. So they're all kind of health and wellness oriented.
Interesting.
Yeah, eclectic.
Yeah.
As you say, right.
And so those, are they scheduled on any particular day during the week, or people should just go to your website?
They should go to our website, which is www.thegrowingcenter.org. Yeah, we have our full calendar there. Yeah.
And is there anything in particular that you're looking forward to Any one event?
Well, I produce the music series,
Okay.
so that's always my
That's near and dear to your heart.
Yes, it is, yeah. I also do a free children's art activity on Wednesday afternoon, so you can just drop by and there's always an art activity to do too. And but also we have a lot of nature-based programming too, and just want to make sure that people know about some of those activities too. We will be having monthly potlucks to discuss food security and issues around growing food and making sure that people have enough to eat and healthy food. So those will be interesting discussions.
There's been a lot of talk about food security,
Yeah.
especially in this area and
Right.
pertaining to college students.
Really?
Yeah, and
that.
food security for college students as
Yeah.
well as people who don't have as much means as
Right.
an average person.
Or maybe not access to good healthy vegetables and fruits, right. Though the city's doing a great job with the mobile farmers market too. It's
And the
getting
SNAP
into it.
program.
And the SNAP program, I love it. Yeah, right.
I think people just really love the Growing Center for the outdoor space that it provides, the amphitheater
Yes,
space, so
right,
you can
yeah.
build an event very easily.
That's true, right.
With that seating, and just there. Not to editorialize too much, but there's a
Yeah.
lack of green space in Somerville compared to some of the other cities around us.
Yeah.
And so, we want to really cherish our green spaces and our
Right.
parks.
Yeah.
And advocate for more.
Exactly, right.
And the Growing Center is a good example of
Yeah.
why we need more
Yeah.
green space and spaces like
Right.
this.
Yeah, yeah. So we just want people to know that it's there for them. And we really want them to just come and be involved all summer long too. And we're always looking for volunteers if people want to come and do some planting, growing, whatever. There's opportunities all the time, to get your hands a little bit dirty and find out about doing a little bit of urban agriculture too.
Excellent.
There, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in any one of these events, or if any one or more of these events, or if you're interested in volunteering or just being in touch with the Growing Center, go to the website, thegrowingcenter.org.
Thegrowingcenter.org, exactly.
And
Yeah.
I want to thank you, Liza, for coming on today. And we're excited for the opening and the reopening of this space, and
Yes.
and
And,
seeing it take shape.
Thank you so much, Dave, for having us here. It's been really nice.